Hey, good morning. It is a sweaty Saturday morning, March the 14th. Beware the Ides of March, I believe is the thing to say. Going back to my Shakespeare roots there. So anyway, Et tu, Tubby Guy, if you'll remember that. Wyatt, I'm looking forward to some more videos, buddy. Anyway, you know, it's been about 7 or 8 months since I started this project, and it's not quite done, but man, is it ever close. So I'm going to show it to you. All right, well, here we are. And what I want to show you is, if you can see those two stakes with the orange flag, it's hard to believe this now because it's been so long since they've been there, but you can actually see where that dirt is instead of grass. There used to be a red quince bush, and that red quince bush was bigger than the Jeep is. As a matter of fact, it took the Jeep just about all it had, squatted the tires and everything, to pull that red quince stump out of the ground. We actually took a piece of that red quince and planted it. Over there you can see that shepherd hook with the orange flag, maybe kind of dead in the middle there. And we took a piece of it just because that red quince has been around this property for forever and a day. So we wanted to preserve a little history there. Anyway, so there was a red quince here, and I'm not kidding you. It was, if it wasn't 15 or 20 feet around, I'm not exaggerating at all. It was huge. This is just the edge, the very edge, because the bush would have been actually about right here. This was just the very edge of where the root system would have been. Okay, that being said, my dad and I got rid of that with a little help from Baba. This was, of course, all just yard, and I started digging out topsoil and I filled in a low spot there, and I started making a topsoil pile because I'm going to have a perennial garden there. And all the things you do to someone else's land when you move in, right? Let's see here. There used to be a giant spruce tree right there. We cut that baby down. I dug all the way. I did it pioneer style. I dug all the way around it, and then we chopped the roots off, let it sit for a few days, and then I got tired of waiting, so I took the chainsaw and just whacked it off. But anyway, then we hooked the Jeep up to the stump and yanked that baby out. But right there, you can almost see the circle of it. You can maybe see the outline of an extremely large area there. This whole area was covered with a wisteria bush. I'll tell you what, if you've ever dealt with wisteria, you know what I'm talking about. It's a rhizome. And a rhizome, what it does is it sends out shoots underground or along the top of the ground, and then it springs up new plants from it. Now, there's a lot of rhizomes in nature. It's a very common way for plants to propagate. The problem is when your engineered septic field is right 20 feet away from a rhizome, you end up getting a lot of what I would call stickers coming up, and I'm looking for one. I'm sure they're out here somewhere. But they come up right in the septic, or come up close to the septic, and that's a problem. So anyway, that wisteria was a nightmare. I found roots down 3, 4, 5 feet deep. Maybe not 5. Every bit of 3 and 4 though. 2 inches around that were shooting off to the septic. So yeah, I'm sure glad that that is gone. I will not be sad to tell you that we did not salvage any of the wisteria. They are a horrible rotten weed that choke things off. They had roots growing under these spruce, and they were choking off some of these spruce trees. Now I do want to tell you, this line of spruce trees It's a real nice set of trees. My dad planted those the day I graduated high school, and they were roughly pencil size. So if that doesn't give me some age, I don't know what does. The same goes for those cedar trees. They were planted not too long after. So we ended up having to take out about 4 or 5 of these spruce. They used to go right up to that corner where that really hideous, what do you call them things? Trumpet vines, that's what they are. Ugh. There's another trumpet vine, and gosh, I don't remember what that one is. That might be another quince, but anyway, this stuff's all been around for 30 plus years since we've had the place, and yeah, it's kind of exciting. That sickly, stickly looking thing there, kind of between those spruces, that's a snowball bush. It still actually has a couple snowballs on it that did not fall off. But I've been trimming around. The black walnut, as you guys know, will kill anything around it. It's got a lovely poison in it that it makes sure that when it's in a forest, no other plants can survive. So it puts out this deadly poison. I'm not sure how that oak tree survives, although I noticed that the bottom branches are starting to die. So you can see I've been trimming back that walnut, and I'll continue to do so to give this poor little snowball a should I say it? I'm going to give that snowball tree a chance, and you know what? HE double toothpicks, as they say. So anyway, all right guys, this is boring enough. So I'm just about done. I got to rake out just a little bit more here on this edge, but I'm pretty satisfied with where it's at right now. Thanks for being here. Thanks for bearing with me on a boring Saturday morning here on the farm. One more project done. I'll talk to you in a bit.